Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I have something very cool right here in front of me. As you can see on the front, WWE Ultimate Edition. And when you see this box, you know there's some goodies inside this box. Because if there's a box of an Ultimate Edition like this, it's a special edition Ultimate Edition. This particular one was a Comic-Con exclusive. And what Ultimate Edition is this? It's the Battle of the Tough Guys.
The Battle of the Tough Guys.
I'm just messing around. It's not the Battle of the Tough Guys. This is better than the Battle of the Tough Guys, although there is one man in particular who laid waste to everybody on that show. Zeus. No holds barred. A very controversial, to say the least, a very controversial film from 1989 featuring Hulk Hogan and Tiny Lister. I'm going to be honest, I would hate this movie probably if I grew up any other time than the 80s, but because I grew up watching the WWF and because I grew up with Hulk Hogan, I actually enjoy the movie. Like, I might be the minority out there that actually, it's not a terrible movie, I don't think. I think it's not a great movie, but it's not a terrible movie. Some of the quotes in it are great. Kurt Fuller was great. Zeus was great. Hogan was great. Like, I mean, come on, you see Hulk Hogan cry. Like, his Academy Award-winning crying over his brother scene. Like, who could forget that? So, as bad as some of it was, there was some redeeming qualities to the movie. It had a great quotes. Like, who can forget the Dookie? Like, what's that smell? Like, who could forget that?
What's that smell?
And who could forget what's the other great one was the teeny wangers.
Well, if it ain't the teeny wangers.
I use that one, like, especially if like somebody's driving in front of me or cuts me off, or if I'm driving home and I'm in a bad mood and somebody does something stupid, I'll be like, what do we have here? The teeny wangers. That ain't even worth it. So lots of good stuff from this movie. If nothing else, good quotes. But right now we're going to take a look at unboxing this set. So not only is this a box, but this is not even the actual box of the set. There's a box inside of this box. And we're going to slip it out because this is really cool. This is a really cool thing that Mattel did. You slip this box out, you will find a faux, no holds barred VHS. This is exactly what the VHS looks like because I own one. If you look at the side, still, this is what the VHS looked like on one of the sides. And if you flip the other side, it did not look like this. It was no holds barred with white lettering on the side of the VHS. But how cool is that? Let's take a closer look for you guys at home. I'm going to have to just do that later. Anyway, here's the back side. This was a Comic-Con exclusive as far as I know. I did see it at the San Jose Toy Show. I think it was going for about 170 bucks, which is roughly around what I paid for my set, but I got this one on eBay. I did not make the Comic-Con. I'm not sure what, I think it might have been San Diego Comic-Con. From here, just like a VHS, for those of us who lived through the VHS era, what you do is slip it at the bottom to reveal a VHS tape. This is down to the details, man. This is right here. No holds barred. This looks like the actual VHS label. And if you flip it around even, it looks like a tape on the back. So here is the VHS tape packaging. Let's flip it so we can read it. The 2022 set. And if you look in the window there, seeing the stare down between Hulk Hogan and Zeus. So this is just a thing you could pull off. It goes like this to reveal them standing in the Battle of the Tough Guys ring. Complete with the ring skirt, just like the movie. And this is where you will find all the accessories that you need to decorate Hulk Hogan and Zeus, which we're going to take out right now.
Take a leak.
So here are the guys. We're simply going to pull this out. You can see the Battle of the Tough Guys ring. WTN. Only us nerds will know those initials.
The World Television Network.
Yes, I am a nerd. Here's the other side of the box we didn't touch on. I may not look like the typical nerd, but I am probably a bigger nerd than most of you guys. I'll pull Zeus on out of here. The late, great Tiny Lister. A man I will never forget. I met him at a Monsterpalooza, and he stayed in character. Actually, he did that face to us when we met him. And did the whole Zeus thing, like, cool guy. But at the end of that, like, he was actually nice, but he played the Zeus character while we were taking pictures, and a funny man. Here is, well, I'm going to call him Hulk Hogan, but he's not Hulk Hogan, he's Rip. And again, I'm such a dork that if you look behind me here, I don't know if you could see it with the way the camera shot up, like right there. That behind me there is the No Holds Barred belt. Just like this one. To me, I'm doubling back on this belt behind me there. Right there. I know that was the Ultimate Warrior's belt that he used in the WWF. But to me, it will always be the No Holds Barred belt worn by Rip. Now that we have our guys out, we're going to take a closer look at their accessories, which I have right here. Oh, there's some loose things flying around in here. We have 2 heads, 3 sets of hands, and underneath this, I'll get the Hogan accessories out. So there's the Hogan accessories. 2 alternate heads, the Rip'em face. You have the alternate hands, you have a headband, the Rip'em shirt, and then on here, don't quite know what that thing's called, but Zeus wore it in the movie and he wore it in the WWF. Alternate head, the Zeus headband. So I'm going to decorate these guys and dress them up. Yeah, this is a really strange movie, guys. Like I said, if you didn't grow up during the 80s, you probably will not like this movie. It has 80s written all over it. The dialogue is cheesy as can be, corny as can be. And to me, it's just like, it's very similar to liking something like another movie I like, Masters of the Universe, 1987 with Dolph Lundgren. That's another one. Like, if you didn't grow up during the time and you try to watch this now, you would probably like think that I was on drugs or something. Like, how can you sit there and enjoy this movie? Super Mario Brothers is another one from the 90s. What's another one that I can? Dick Tracy's another one. If you didn't grow up during the time, you just try to watch it for the first time now, chances are you're probably not going to like the movie. Like, this movie, this is one of those movies that doesn't really age well, I guess, if you've never seen it. But to me, it's just fine. It has a very low IMDB rating, I know. To me, that's not justified, because it's a movie I liked. I grew up watching it, and that's the reason that I like it, I guess. Sentimental value. I'll take Hulk's belt off so I can get his Rip'em shirt on. So the shirt goes on just like this. You gotta stretch it a little bit to get it to go on, which I'm dealing with right now. Slip his arm under, and then he's just gonna, it's Velcroed on the front. So we'll Velcro him up. Make sure it's on the right way. Fold it over. So he has his shirt, and I'm going to do the headband and the belt. Yeah, to me, especially the Stan Hansen scenes, classic. The Dookie scene, classic. The movie kind of falls off a little bit towards the middle and the end, but all the good stuff to me is in the first 20, 30 minutes. Classic quotes, classic, uh, what's his name? I just said his name a few minutes ago. Kurt Fuller, classic Kurt Fuller. That guy is an underrated actor. I love him in absolutely everything that he's in, including this, even though he's such a jerk, or a jockass.
You jockass!
If you will. Okay, so there's Hulk. He's done. He's got his accessories on. Zeus is going to be a tricky one because I've dealt with things like this before. We're going to really have to fight with this guy to get his gear on. So I'm going to have to pull this toughly into here. There we go. He has his, what is this? A shoulder pad type thing, I guess we'll call it. He has his shoulder pads on. He needs his Zeus headband. Now that these guys are dressed and ready for battle of the tough guys, I will grab the camera and show you a closer look.
What's that smell?
If you have the room to display them like this, this is a very nice backdrop with these 3 boxes put together. Ultimate Edition, World Television Network, and No Holds Barred VHS inspired packaging. Now we'll take a closer look from the bottom up on Hulk, or Rip, I guess. Got the blue boots, or white pads, the white winged eagle WWF Heavyweight Championship belt, the Rip'em shirt, the cross, the detail, and the headband. Moving on over to Mr. Lister. Black boots, pretty cool looking knee pads. He's got his belt, he's got his shoulder pad thing, he's got the crazy look, and he's got the headband. Does he have the Z on his side of his head? Yes, he does. So, an easy, well, now that he's wanting to fall over, I was going to say an easy 5 out of 5 star set. This is one of my favorite things that I own. Hulk Hogan and Zeus. This is my era WWF, my era of wrestling. One of the best times growing up watching stuff like this. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to display these. Here's my plan for displaying these guys. I do not have the room to store this box. So this box is going to be stored unless I use that side piece. What I think I'm going to do is take this World Television Network ring as in the movie and Zeus up in the back there. And then I'm going to get Hulk doing the Rip'em. Get him all nice and ready. Set him up, and there is going to be my display. Hulk Hogan and Zeus. A little lighting for effect. So I have now moved out to where I store my wrestling collection. What I'm going to do, I keep this locked. I got these IKEA cabinets also, just like the ones that I keep my belts in. These ones are a little bit better because you can padlock these ones shut. So what I'm going to do is move over. This is my Hulk Hogan display shelf on this particular cabinet. And get down here and see how I'm going to display this thing. I have the Chrissy Hulk Hogan face on this one. It's really tough when you run out of space and try to display these because you want to put stuff out, but you're forced to pick and choose, which is what I've had to do now with this shelf. The Hulk Hogan collection is outgrowing this shelf, especially now they're putting more Hogans and Zeus figures out, like this one here from the SummerSlam 2023 collection. So I have to really pick and choose how I want to display this. It looks for now like this No Holds Barred box is going to have to go around back behind this set. This is just a temporary setup. We're not going to be here for long. I will be getting a house very shortly, and all of these guys will get the proper respect of being displayed like they should, but until then, only a little bit of the collection is going to be here. Now I'm going to close this up. Actually, before I close this, let me grab the camera and show the Hogan shelf. So this is a closer look at the Hogan shelf. This is a fraction of what I own. This is just a small portion of some of the Hulk Hogan stuff I have. And then also some of them is in there. Like I said, everything is truncated right now because of the space issue. But once I have unlimited space, this collection is going to be displayed prominently. You can see like space issues are starting to supersede the collection. So I'll lock this up. I gotta say, two of the things that Mattel has put out recently is some of my favorite things that I own now. That Mega Power set, that classic LJN Hogan, and now this No Holds Barred Ultimate Edition. Well guys, that's going to do it for the No Holds Barred Ultimate Edition 2-pack figure set from Mattel. If you guys have the opportunity, I would highly recommend this set. That's some of the best Ultimate Edition 2-pack sets out there right now. A solid 5 out of 5 on the scale of teeny wangers. I give it 5 teeny wangers out of 5 teeny wangers. They are even worth it. Till next time, you guys. I will see you back here on the channel. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. Lots of Halloween, lots of wrestling, lots of Halloween movie, lots of Jason stuff coming. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.